Hello everyone, welcome back to my channel Grady Physics. So today we start our new chapter, which is chapter number 4 of class 11, and the name of chapter is Motion in a Plane. First we see how many topics which we read in this chapter. So first we read basic introduction, second one is scalars and vectors, third multiplication of vectors by real number, fourth addition and subtraction of vectors by graphical method, fifth resolution of vectors, sixth vectors addition by analytical method, seventh motion in a plane, eighth motion in a plane with constant acceleration, ninth relative velocity in 2 dimensions, 10th projectile motion, and the last one is uniform circular motion. So these are total 11 topics which we read in this chapter. So let us start the video with the first topic, which is introduction. So motion in a plane is called as motion in 2 dimensions. For example, projectile motion, circular motion, etc. For the analysis of such motion, our reference will be made of an origin and 2 coordinates axes, x and y. So this is the basic introduction. Now in this there are 2 topics came, which are scalars and vectors. First we started with scalars, then go to the vectors. So scalars, the physical quantities which have only magnitude but no direction are called scalar quantities. For example, distance, speed, work, temperature, mass, etc. Scalars are added, subtracted, multiplied and divided by ordinary laws of algebra. So this is how I defined scalars. Now we will see about vectors. For any quantity to be a vector, it must have magnitude, it must have direction, it must satisfy parallelogram law of vector addition. For example, displacement, velocity, force, etc. Or there is a main point which must be noted. Electric current has magnitude as well as direction, but still it is not treated as a vector quantity because it is added by ordinary law of algebra. Now vectors are divided into 2 types. First one is polar vectors and the second one is axial vectors. Polar vectors. These are those vectors which have a starting point or a point of application, as a displacement, force, etc. Axial vectors are those vectors which represent rotational effect and act along the axis of rotation in accordance with right hand screw rule as angular velocity, torque, angular momentum, etc. So these are our 2 vectors which are polar and axial. Now in this chapter some vectors are used which are like vectors. Vectors having same direction are called like vectors. The magnitude may or may not be equal, as you can see on the screen. A vector and B vector are like vectors. These are also called parallel vectors or collinear vectors. Now move to the second vector, which is equal vectors. Vectors having same magnitude and same direction are called equal vectors. Here A vector and B vector are equal vectors. It means A vector is equals to B vector. Thus, equal vector is a special case of like vector. Now move to the third vector, which is unlike vectors. Vectors having exactly opposite direction are called unlike vectors. The magnitude may or may not be equal, as you can see on the diagram. So this is unlike vectors. Now move to the next one, which is negative vectors. Vectors having exactly opposite direction and equal magnitudes are called negative vectors. Here A and B are negative vectors, which means A vector is equals to minus B vector. Thus, negative vectors is a special case of unlike vectors. Now move to the next one, which is unit vector. Vectors which has unit magnitude. it represents direction only. For example, take a vector v, unit vector in the direction of v vector, which is mod v vector, which is denoted as, which is read as b cap or b caret. Now move to the next vector, which is orthogonal unit vector. A set of unit vectors having the direction of the positive x, y and z axis of three-dimensional rectangular coordinate system are denoted by I cap, j cap and k cap. They are called orthogonal unit vectors because angle between any of the two vectors is 90 degree. As you can see on the screen, the coordinate system which has shown is called right-handed coordinate system. Such a system derives its name from the fact that right-threaded screw rotated through 90 degree from OX to OY will advance in positive Z direction, as you can see in the diagram. Now move to the next vector, which is null vector, or it is called zero vector. A vector of zero magnitude is called a zero or null vector. Its direction is not defined. It is denoted by 0. The properties of this vector is the sum of a finite vector and the zero vector is equal to the finite vector, that is a vector plus zero vector, which is a vector. Our second property is the multiplication of a zero vector by finite number n is equal to the zero vector, that is 0 is multiplied by n is equals to 0. And the third property is the multiplication of a finite a vector by a 0 is equal to the 0 vector, that is a vector is multiplied by 0, which is 0. So these are the properties of null vector. Now move to the next vector, which is axial vector. Vector associated with rotation about an axis, that is produce rotation effect, is called axial vector. Examples are angular velocity, angular momentum, torque, etc. I think I defined this vector above. Now move to the next vector, which is coplanar vectors. Vectors in the same plane is called coplanar vectors. Now move to the next, which is our last vector, is position vector and displacement vectors. The vector drawn from the origin of the coordinate axis to the position of a particle is called position vector of the particle. If A is x1, y1 and z1 and V x2, y2 and z2 be the position of the particles at two different times of its motion with respect to the origin O, then position vector of A and B are. By taking the help of the diagram, we can solve this and we find x2 minus x1 I cap plus y2 minus y1 j cap plus z2 minus z1 k cap. So this is our position and displacement vectors. Now we will move towards a third topic, which is multiplication of vector with real numbers. Given a real number and a vector a is equals to a1, a2 is belongs to r square, we define new vector which is lambda n belongs to r square by lambda n is equals to lambda a1, lambda a2. For example, 3, 1.1, 2.3 is equals to 3.3 into 6.9. We said that lambda n is obtained by multiplying the vector a is equals to a1, a2 by the real number and call this operation multiplication of a vector by scalar. Below, we will meet other types of multiplication connected with scalar product of vectors and vector product of vectors, both being different from multiplication of a vector by a scalar. Here we define minus a is equals to minus 1 into a, which is minus a1, minus a2. And the second one is a minus b is equals to a plus minus b. We know that a minus a is equals to a plus minus a is equals to a1 minus a1 comma a2 minus a2, which is 0 comma 0, and the final answer is 0. So this is the brief discussion about multiplication of vector by real number. So in this video, we will talk about 3 topics, which are introduction, scalars and vectors, and the third one is multiplication of vector by real number. Now we will meet in my next video with another 3 topics. So thank you so much guys for watching my video. If you like the video, then please subscribe my channel.